This video is about review for Quiz 1, Cycle 1, Right Triangle Trigonometry. Question 1. Use SOHCAHTOA to solve special right triangle. So for the first question, we are given 45 degrees for this right triangle and a given opposite side and also hypotenuse. So according to the SOHCAHTOA, we use sine 45 degrees equals O over H. Then I plug in sine 45 means square root of 2 over 2. O will be 11 over square root of 3. H is A. So we do cross multiply. The same line go to denominator. That's why square root of 2 go to denominator. 2 times 11 square root of 3 will be 22 square root of 3. Then I simplify. Then for this square root of 2, you will get square root of 2 over 2. Then I bring this 22 square root of 3 do the multiplication. So here's 2, here's the 22 outside number I reduce. Then you will get 11. Square root of 3 times square root of 2 is square root of 6. That's the final answer for A. For number 2, here is a 60-degree right triangle, and we are given opposite side and then hypotenuse side. So still we need to use SOHCAHTOA. So I set up like this. Sine 60 degree equals O over H. Then I plug in numbers. Square root of 3 over 2, that's sine 60, equals O will be 5 square root of 2. Then H will be U. Then I go to cross multiply. U will be square root of 3. Same line go to denominator. I have 2 times 5 is 10 square root of 2. So we simplify. You will get square root of 3 is we get square root of 3 over 3. Then I bring 10 square root of 2 over here to multiplication. Then your final answer, 10 and 3 you cannot reduce. You will get here 3, 10 square root of 6. Remember this 6 and 3 you cannot reduce because one is in the square root, the other is not. That's the answer for number 2. Okay, so for number 3. For number 3, this is a right triangle with a 30 degree and a given opposite side and then is a adjacent side. That's how you're using TOE. It's a tangent 30 degree equals O over A. So I plug in tangent square root of 30, that's a square root of 3 over 3 equals B over A will be 8 square root of 2. Then you do cross multiply. You will get the b equals, denominator is 3. Here's 8. Square root of 2 times square root of 3 is square root of 6. Then leave as it is. That's the right answer. It's already simplified. Now let's go to number 4. For the number 4, and this is a right triangle with a 60 degree. So we know here's adjacent side and then hypotenuse side. That's how we got to use cosine. So cosine 60 equals A over H. Cosine 60, that means 1 over 2. Then A will be here. And H, they give you 3 square root of 3 over 2. Remember that complex fraction, these two will jump to the top because that's denominator. That's how I will get 1 over 2 equals 2a, then 3 square root of 3. Then we cross multiply. Same line, we go to denominator. So 2 times 2, here's 4. Then 3 square root of 3. That's the answer for A. Now go to number 5. Find the value of x. Use the trig to show the value of x. So we don't use calculator. We leave like a sine 35 or cosine 35 or even tangent 35 over there. That's all. And for number 5, we know that's the opposite, and then here's the adjacent side. So for the secant tower, we got to use the tower and tangent. So we write down tangent 35 degree equals O over A means 13 over x. So we put this is over 1. We do cross multiply. Then x will be, same line go to denominator, get the 13 over tangent 35 degree. Yeah, that's the answer. You don't have to use calculator, leave as it is. For number 6, for this right triangle and a given opposite side and a hypotenuse side, that's why we go to that means sine 24 degree equals O over H means x over 32. So we make fraction for the left side, then we do cross multiply. Same line go to denominator, that's 1. So you don't have to write down over 1. That's 32 sine 24 degree. That's the answer. For number 7, you given opposite side and then it's the adjacent side. TOA. So we go to tangent 17 degree equals x over 23. That's O over A. Then I do cross multiply. So the x will be, same line go to denominator, 23 tangent 17 degree. Then leave it is. For number 8, and we label the size, x will be hypotenuse and 10 is the adjacent side. That's how we use cosine. 57 degree equals a over h means 10 over x. Then we put the over 1, we do cross multiply. Same line, we go to denominator. That's cosine 57, we go to denominator. Then 10 times 1 is 10. That's the right answer. So let's go to number 9. Use the given trig function value of the acute angle theta to find the exact value of the 5 remaining trig functions value of theta. So that's, since it's acute angle, which means we can draw a right triangle with theta is one of the acute angle. For number 9, since given is a major trig function, we can label cosine means a over h. That's why we label here is 7, and this is the theta, and we have 5 here. So we are looking for that opposite side, because this is adjacent side, here's a hypotenuse side. And what's the opposite side? You will using h squared minus a squared, then do the square root. So you have 49 minus 25, you will get square root of 24. Then we simplify for square root of 24, that's 4 times 6, using 4, 9, 25, 49, and keep going to simplify that radicals. So you will get 2 square root of 6. So I put that O, that means 2 square root of 6. And A equals 5. H equals 7. Then I list all these trig function. Given is the cosine theta equals 5 over 7. Then we have sine theta. It's O over H means 2 square root of 6 over 7. Then we have tangent theta. That means O over A, 2 square root of 6 over 5. Then I will get its reciprocal for each, which means I have secant theta. I flip, you will get the 7 over 5. From sine theta, you will get cosecant theta equals 7 over 2 square root of 6. Then you will simplify that square root of 6, you go to square root of 6 over 6. Then bring that 7 here, bring that 2 here. So do the multiplication, it's 7 square root of 6 over 12. Then from tangent, you will get cotangent theta equals 5 over 2 square root of 6. Then simplify. Square root of 6, I can get square root of 6 over 6. Then I have 5 bring down, that's over here. and then 2 bring down here. So your final answer will be 5 square root of 6 over 12. So all of these will be my answer. And please label your opposite side, adjacent side, and a hypotenuse side, so it's easy to use SOHCAHTOA. Now go to number 10. For the number 10, and you got cosecant theta equals 8. This is a minor trig function, so we flip to get sine theta equals, here's 8 over 1, so it's 1 over 8. For the major one from SOHCAHTOA, I can label as O over H. So for the right triangle, and we know that adjacent side equals H squared minus O squared. So you will get 64 minus 1. Then you do the square root. You will get 63. And using this number, 4, 9, 25, 49. So can 63 divided by 4? No. Can we divide it by 9? Yes. So I will do the 9 times 7. Then square root of 9, you will get 3 square root of 7. That's for A. So I list your opposite side equals 1. Your adjacent side equals 3 square root of 7. Then your hypotenuse side equals 8. We already got the cosecant and a sine. And so we go to the cosine. Theta equals A over H means 3 square root of 7 over 8. Tangent theta equals O over A, so 1 over 3 square root of 7. Then you simplify, you will get square root of 7 over 7. Then bring down this 3, you will get 3 times 7 as denominator, which means square root of 7 over 21. When you bring down 1 over here, you know that's 1 times square root of 7 equals square root of 7. So that will be the answer for tangent. Okay, and from cosine, we can flip, get the secant theta equals 8 over 3 square root of 7. And square root of 7, I can get square root of 7 over 7. Then I bring that 8 over here, do the multiplication, and also 3 multiplication. So your answer will be 8 square root of 7 over 21. That's for cosecant theta. Now from tangent theta, I can get the cotangent theta. But this time, we flip this one. Because that's easier, you will get 3 square root of 7. That's the correct answer. So the answer will be here, cosine, and then it's a secant. You have tangent. Then you have cosine theta. Now let's go to 11. For 11, you are given tangent theta, that's a major trig function, so I can label. That's O over A according to the SOHCAHTOA. can tell. And we're looking for that h. So I have 7 square plus 4 square. Hypotenuse always you do addition. And so I have 49 plus 16. Then you will get square root of 65. Square root of 65, you cannot divide by 4, 9, 25, 49. That's why it's simplified. Now I list all opposite side, adjacent side, and hypotenuse side. So the O equals 7, A equals 4, and H equals square root of 65. And we are given that tangent theta equals 7 over 4 already. And for the major one, I have sine theta equals O over H means 7 square root of 65. So simplify, you get square root of 65 over 65. Then bring that 7 here. That's the answer. For cosine theta, you will get 4 over 65. Then you simplify, you will get square root of 65 over 65. Then bring this 4. Then that's the answer. So after we get the major one, we can get that minor one. So cotangent theta, I flip, get the 4 over 7. And for sine theta, I flip, get the cosecant theta equals. Easy way is a flip middle one. So I will get like a square root of 65 over 7. And for cosine theta, we get the secant theta equals. And we flip this one. So you will get square root of 65 over 4. Yeah, that's the answer for number 11. Because we got all these 6 trig functions now. Okay, let's go to 12. Still, we need the information, so can tell. Okay, for number 12, you got cotangent theta. That's a minor one. So we can get major one first. That's tangent theta equals 2 over 1 for cotangent. So it's 1 over 2. Then I can label that's O over A. So we know the opposite, we know the adjacent, we can get the hypotenuse. That's 1 square plus 2 square. You will get square root of 5. It's a simplify. So I will label as opposite side equals 1, adjacent side equals 2. And the hypotenuse, you will get square root of 5. We already got that cotangent here and then the tangent. So we're working on the sine theta equals O over H, that's 1 over square root of 5. So we simplify, get square root of 5 over 5. And for cosine theta equals A over H means 2 over square root of 5. That is, we simplify that square root of 5 as denominator into square root of 5 over 5. Then bring this 2 here. Then we will get it's a minor trig function. Sin theta we can get cosecant theta equals, flip middle 1, that's easier, you will get square root of 5. Then for cosine theta we can get secant theta equals, we flip middle 1, that's square root of 5 over 2.